Hey there, and welcome. Today, we are diving into something truly incredible, a source of mental strength that comes from ancient wisdom. We're going to break down 7 powerful Japanese philosophies that can genuinely help you build an unbreakable mindset. Ready? Let's get into it.
First, I want you to just think about this for a second. How does an entire nation handle something like 1,500 earthquakes every single year, face nuclear devastation, and bounce back from massive economic collapse? And not just survive, but actually thrive. It's an absolutely remarkable story of resilience.
You see, the real secret isn't just about their amazing technology or their buildings, it's so much deeper than that. The answer is found in their mindset, a way of thinking that's been shaped by these ancient philosophies that people still practice today. And this is what can turn anyone into a warrior of the mind.
So, where do we even start? Well, you start with the foundation. The first two principles we're going to talk about are really the core of it all: discipline and the purpose that actually drives that discipline.
The very first philosophy is called Shugyo. Now, it translates to ritual suffering, but wait, it's not about torturing yourself, not at all. It's a kind of training where you deliberately embrace discomfort to build yourself back even stronger than you were before. Just picture it, monks sitting completely calm under a freezing waterfall in the middle of winter. Yeah, their bodies are shivering, but their minds are perfectly still. They get it. They understand that comfort can actually make you weak, so they use life's challenges as their personal training ground. So how does this actually apply to you and me? Well, a perfect modern version of Shogyo is just exercise. And get this, as this chart shows, only about 23% of people do it regularly. That means by simply choosing the discomfort of a workout, you are already way ahead of the other 77%. You're practicing Shogyo. But here's the thing, discipline by itself, it's not enough. Just pushing through discomfort without any clear reason why, well, that's just pointless pain, right? You absolutely need a compass to guide all that effort. And that brings us to Ikigai, which means a reason for being. If Shugyo is the fire, then Ikigai is the compass that tells you exactly where to aim that fire. It's your purpose. It's the real reason you jump out of bed with energy every morning. It's what turns a daily grind into a meaningful ritual. Okay, so we've got our foundation of discipline and purpose. Now let's build on that. In this next part, we're going to explore the philosophies that are all about how we act, the principles of mastery, and, just as important, acceptance. This one is called Kodawari, and it's all about a deep personal commitment to doing something with absolute excellence. It's about taking real pride in your craft and chasing mastery in even the tiniest little details, whether anybody is watching you or not. I mean, the ultimate example of Kodawari has to be the legendary sushi chef Jiro Ono. The man is in his 90s, and he has spent his entire life focused on one single thing: making the perfect piece of sushi. From the exact temperature of the rice to the perfect slice of fish, his attention to detail is just total. And that dedication, that's what earned him 3 Michelin stars. So let's say you're doing it. You're pursuing excellence, you have purpose, you're disciplined, but then what happens when something totally outside of your control just blows up your plans? This, right here, is where so many of us break. We try to control the uncontrollable. The Japanese response to this is shikata ga nai, which basically means it cannot be helped. Now, this is not about giving up. It's actually about emotional clarity. It's about recognizing what you cannot change so you can stop wasting all that energy on being frustrated and focus it entirely on what you can control. And that leads us perfectly into our next section, the mindset itself. These next philosophies are all about how we see the world, how we handle flaws, mistakes, and that whole journey of growth. First up is wabi-sabi, and this is such a profound idea. It's all about finding and appreciating the beauty in things that are imperfect, impermanent, and incomplete. It's a mindset that literally frees you from that crippling pressure to be perfect all the time. You can see this so beautifully in the art of kintsugi. When a piece of pottery breaks, they don't throw it away. Instead, it's carefully repaired with lacquer that's mixed with powdered gold. The cracks aren't hidden, they're actually highlighted. Those breaks become a part of its story, making the object even more beautiful and valuable than it was before it broke. And this is so important, because that fear of being imperfect is what stops most of us in our tracks. I mean, look at this. Research shows that up to 90% of beginners quit something new, and it's often because they feel like they aren't good enough right away. Wabi-sabi teaches us to embrace the process, cracks and all. But here's the crucial part. You accept imperfection, but you don't just stay there. And that is where Kaizen comes in. It means continuous improvement. This is the commitment to making tiny, incremental improvements every single day. And those little changes, they compound into extraordinary results over time. The power of Kaizen is just incredible. Back in the 1950s, a worker at Toyota noticed it was taking just 4 seconds too long to install a car door correctly. So he suggested a tiny little change. That tiny 4-second improvement, when you multiply it by millions of cars, ended up saving the company thousands of hours and millions of dollars. Okay, wow, we've covered a lot, and I know it can feel like a lot to take in. So, how do you actually apply all of this stuff? Well, that brings us to our final unifying principle, one that helps simplify everything so you can actually commit. This last philosophy is Danshari. It's known as the art of decluttering. But it's about so much more than just cleaning your room. It's about letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Physical things, toxic habits, mental clutter, to make space for what truly matters. There's this great story about a woman in a tiny Tokyo apartment who had over 3,000 books. She felt completely suffocated and powerless. By following Danshari, she started letting go of the books that didn't really speak to her soul anymore. And in doing that, she didn't just declutter her home. She decluttered her mind, quit a job she hated, and rediscovered her true passion for art. So, to bring this all home, here is your challenge. We're going to apply Danshari to this lesson right now. Don't try to master all 7 of these philosophies at once. That would just be more clutter, right? Instead, just like the slide says, pick the one single principle that really resonated with you the most, and just commit to practicing only that one for the next 7 days. So will it be embracing discomfort with Shugyo? Or maybe finding your purpose with Ikigai? Or will you pursue excellence with Kodavari? The choice is all yours. The only real question left is, which philosophy will you choose to start transforming your life?